My name is Alexandra and this is Melissa, and we are the co-founders of Vidcode. Vidcode is a web app which is igniting girls' interest in computer science through video. I was never introduced to tech at a young age, and I started my career in photography. And I didn't know until my late 20s that my passion for creativity could be an entry point to learning programming. And I discovered this by accident. The future is tech, engineering, STEM, and our girls are being left out. That's half our kids. We cannot leave this to chance. Our mission is to give every middle and high school girl, far before they start thinking about college, an entry point to find a joy, a love, a passion for code. This is their first steps to jobs of the future. And we are reaching back to the younger generation and bringing them with us now. So how do we do this? Well, anyone who knows a girl between the ages of 5 and 15 knows that they love storytelling, performance, taking videos with their friends. These are the ages of self-expression, and these are the girls that we serve. With Vidcode, we are taking every single one of those moments and creating an opportunity to code. We've already impacted the lives of 1,200 girls via in-person workshops and our online app. And based off their feedback, we've been designing with girls in mind every step of the way. So how does it work? It's simple. Girls can upload their mobile videos, then use the Vidcode software to code their own video effects. And we found that girls want to share, so they can share their video at the end, creating a critical community of peers, which encourages girls to continue coding together. So how do we reach these girls? Well, luckily, the first and the third step is already happening. 7.5 million teen girls in the US use video sharing apps every day. That's half of teen girls. All we are doing is helping them insert learning moments. And here's what they experience.
As you can see on the left, girls can select and upload their own videos. Then they can drag and drop effects into the code editor on the right. And that right there is the aha moment of learning. That's when they realize their videos can change using code. And they can control that code and make their videos look however they want. We're teaching the fundamentals and vocabulary of programming in a new way that's different than other coding platforms. Scratch doesn't teach the real syntax of code, and Codecademy doesn't use video. This experience is changing things for girls. It's showing them how code can be used in their lives. Let's see what some of them have to say.
I now know that I can actually use code for something that I'm interested in.
So after this day, I'm realizing that something may seem complicated, but also versatile. Like it used to just be like kind of like a jumble, but now I see the words and how it works. It's like a lot more simple, and I feel like I know more things.
Vidcode is hooking girls. After just one experience, they're coming back to repeat, to create more videos and to share it with friends. This is the power of teens marketing to each other. And our next step is hacking this growth model and tightening that sharing loop. We've already validated our product, and now we want to impact as many teens as possible. So we're tailoring our software to the most popular social networks and releasing a mobile version to optimize accessibility. And to do this, we need funding. To build our mobile app, to create more content, and to market and meet our goal of reaching 10,000 girls in the next 6 months. And this is our team. We're not a giant corporation or a bunch of developer dudes. We're women building this for girls. So if you have a daughter, a sister, or a BFF, come to our table and support our Kickstarter this fall. Thank you.
Don't forget to continue with the feedback. 2 minutes on the clock for the judges. Thank you so much for that. Can you talk a little bit about the differentiation, if there is any, between what's offered to middle school students versus the high school students, because that's a pretty wide range developmentally?
Sure, we were actually surprised that, especially the 10 to 12 range, picked up on the interface a lot faster, but obviously the reading and writing was a little bit more behind. But then when we're dealing with the 16-year-old students, they're much more proficient in the language development and even communicating to each other, but they actually pick up on the site a little slower, also because they have so much other things going on in their lives, different clubs, different interests, they're thinking about college. So Developmentally, there are some differences, but picking up on the interface and so on and so forth, we've seen some highlights from the already.
And also it can really be self-paced, so we've seen some learners who want to dig deeper and they can do that and learn more advanced techniques. Other users might just want to circulate different content using the same coding tools.
Awesome. Can you talk a little bit about possible parental concerns and how you're addressing CURPA, COPA compliance? You hear video online, young girls get a little nervous.
We haven't addressed that yet, but it's a great point. You know, we're using Instagram as the portal right now, so we have found that parents only allow their daughters of a certain age to use that platform, but that's definitely something we need to address in the future.
I'll go back to my business model question. Two parts. One is your customer acquisition strategy. How do you make that scalable and get numbers? And then is it the monetization advertising after you have a huge base, or if you could explain that?
Yeah, we've definitely looked into different types of business models that could work for us, and we are committed to going with the growth model at the moment just to get to access as many girls as possible, which is why we're fundraising. But yes, advertising in the future, the community itself will have a lot of value if we reach the goal in numbers. And user acquisition, we're already advertising on Facebook and the existing social networks, which has been very good. So we're going to continue doing that, and also access teen bloggers, different media outlets that are targeting this age group.
Please hit submit on those feedback forms.